Hello and welcome to Loften's Life Map, my YouTube channel. Apologies in advance for the state of these original videos. I am an extreme perfectionist, and the only way for me to get started with this in any way, shape or form is to just press that record button and start speaking. Here we are in my first video, and I have a script, and I have anything. I'm just going to talk and briefly try and explain why I'm starting this channel and who I am. My perfectionism is telling me this video should be a perfect one. It's an important one, an introduction, explanation, but I have to let that go for now to start this. Otherwise, I will never start anything. So apologies for all the problems there will be with my original videos. If you're thinking something should be improved, trust me, I already know. So, here we are. My name is Loften, and I am on a mission to figure out life. I found out about The Secret at around age 14. I think I was 14. I don't know the exact date. I wish I did. But I was around 14. And ever since then, nothing was the same for me or for my life. It completely changed the trajectory of where I was going, how I viewed reality, and how I live my day-to-day life. I must have been pretty open-minded at the time because it changed my life overnight. It didn't take any time for me to have to validate it. I mean, literally one day and it was validated in my mind. So since then, I've been on a long journey now. I'm 26 now, about to be 27, so 12, 13 years since I was 14. And I've been trying to manifest a lot of things into my life. So when you start your dream, your manifestation vision dream when you're 14, it's going to be immature, or not immature, but just crazier than it would be if you designed it when you were older or more mature, whatever. So I've been chasing quite a crazy vision since I was that age because I wanted to defy limits. I was watching a lot of videos at the time that said, if you're going to go for something, if this is real and it can create anything, then why would you be realistic with it? If you can create anything, then why be realistic? So boring. Why not go unrealistic and try and create something that shouldn't exist? It's so far from existing currently.
It's unrealistic to walk in a room and flip a switch and lights come on. That's unrealistic. Fortunately, Edison didn't think so. It's unrealistic to think you're going to bend a piece of metal and fly people over an ocean in that metal. That's unrealistic. But fortunately, the Wright brothers and others didn't believe that.
So, that's led me on a journey of, all these years, 12, nearly 13 years, of basically a lot of trial and error and failure. Learned so much by failing my way through this manifestation journey. And still to this day, unfortunately, I don't have the material results that I've been chasing all this time. Like big financial gains and all sorts of other things that are more on the material aims side, which is like what was majority of the vision, well, pretty much my whole vision when I started when I was 14. But in this time, what I have gained is what I perceive to be an extreme amount, well, maybe not extreme, but from my age and for the context of where how I've grown up and how I got into this, like to end up with what I know now is a relatively high amount of wisdom or knowledge, spiritual understanding, which I'm so grateful for. Even though I don't have great finances or even a lot of like freedom in my life to this day, the situation that I have been kept in by the universe or life, whatever you want to call it, has forced me to learn all of the stuff that I have. And one of the things I did have in my vision actually when I was 14, aside from all the material things I wanted, was to understand this life and this reality fully, specifically manifestation and how to like master manifesting to create whatever I wanted. And this struggle over these years has got me as close to that understanding as I think it possibly could have in this time. And for that alone, as I said, I'm so grateful to life to have put me through that, because if I didn't understand what I understand about life and have the answers that I feel like I do, I would personally be an absolute mess in life. A lot of these questions that I had came to a head in 2019, which I'll make individual videos about all of these topics, I'm sure, over time. I'm just giving a brief explanation of my story up to this point. So I had a very extreme existential crisis in 2019 where I couldn't get through the day. I was really struggling to get through the day because I didn't understand reality really. I didn't have much context of what this game is or what this reality is. I had so many ideas, but they weren't lining up, and things just kept getting worse for me when I thought they were meant to be getting better, with all the manifestation work I was doing and the synchronicities I was experiencing. And that resulted in me doing an even deeper search into answers for the bigger picture. And after that existential crisis, I came across quite a few answers that made a lot of sense to me personally. And I'm not someone who's easily satisfied when it comes to deeper questions. It took me all those years to eventually arrive at something that I felt made complete sense. I can't lie to myself and tell myself, oh, it's fine, I'll just ignore all these questions and just get on with it. Hence how I ended up in such an extreme state. So for me to have arrived at these answers, they're real answers basically. I don't know how else to say that. Like, it wouldn't have resonated unless it was bang on, in my opinion, because I'd already been through everything up to that point and a lot of things hadn't resonated. So at the very least, the value I feel I can maybe provide with these videos is to help anyone who might be in that state or heading towards that state, and try and explain the answers that I've came to myself. Because, as I said, even though I still haven't got the material gains that I originally wanted, all of the other wisdom, knowledge, and just even technologies and techniques and just information that I know about is just so valuable, and has helped me so much. And I feel like there's so many people that could benefit from it, really could benefit from it, who just aren't interested enough in it to look into it themselves, because it's not presented to them in a certain way, and they haven't been conditioned enough, or they have been too conditioned in a certain way that doesn't allow their mind to perceive it as potentially being real or valuable or useful. And I, thankfully, was in that place, extremely conditioned that way also. And year after year after year, got a step deeper into this world to the point where I completely understand this side of being completely conditioned and this not making sense at all the way to almost as deep as I feel like I can go in the spiritual world, where now I completely understand this perspective of looking out at the other side also. So hopefully I can help maybe anyone on this side transitioning to this side, or even just let people know on this side that this side exists and it's real and it's worth even like going down, because it is the answer to so many things, and it is our collective future as far as I can see from the pieces that I've put together. So yeah, there's so many videos that I'm going to make, and I could make, and I will make, hopefully. I've got many unfinished projects, and I'm praying that this won't be one. So I'll go into all of this in much more detail in these future videos, but this is just a way for me to start, get over my perfectionism, hopefully run at a camera for 8, 9, 10 minutes and upload it to YouTube. Obviously, a lot of videos don't really go like this. They're professionally edited and everything. This is probably just going to end up being more of a window into my journey and what I learn, and just putting it out there for the potential that it might benefit anyone, in the hope that it can. One of the things I'll talk a lot about is the gene keys. I'll try and explain them and break them down in the most understandable way from the outside looking in. But one of my main reasons for like finally going ahead and starting something like this channel is because my Gene Keys profile has basically confirmed to me that this kind of setup is what appears to be what I'm supposed to do, or what the puzzle piece that I'm here to fill in this world. And that probably might sound insane to a lot of people right now, depending on where you are on this scale. So that's why I thought, well, if the Gene Keys is telling me, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Who knows if it will benefit anyone. So if you've got this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for putting up with my rant for 10 minutes now. I'll be making more videos soon, hopefully much more polished and more focused. But this is just a mini introduction to myself, what this channel is for, and hopefully where we can go from here. Thank you so much for listening up to this point. Like and subscribe. I'm joking. If you don't want to like or subscribe, do what you want, isn't it? But I guess it would benefit me or this mission if you did. But do what you want. It's up to you, innit? Maybe I'll go and find out how to get better at making YouTube videos. In the next video, I'll be saying something completely different. But right now, it's practice. Thank you very much. Hopefully see you in future videos.